Hi everybody, good afternoon. This is Chrisie Sanchez. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm very excited today because this is my first live that I've done on Instagram. So I'm sharing basically what I do every day, every week that I've been doing for the last, if you were to divide all my experience up into multiple years, it would be about 20 years of experience. So just a little bit about me. I'm going to try to do this live Instagram within an hour. And if I can't finish it, there definitely will be a part 2. So thanks for joining me. I'm so excited that everybody's here. Okay, so a little bit about me before we get started. So I started my career over 20 years ago. I started out in the psychology world, the mental health world. That's what I went to school for. That's what I studied. I counseled patients anywhere from kindergarten level to all the way up to adulthood. I counseled in the foster system for a little while up in New Jersey. I got my hands dirty really early, so I was very fortunate to do that as a college student. And, I counseled patients anywhere from psych patients to drug and alcohol to geriatrics. I mean, I've had a little bit of everything. I was a teacher in the school district for a while. Then after that, I got into real estate. So I've been doing that. It's been for almost about 10 years. So over time, I really became passionate about helping business owners, entrepreneurs like myself, about leadership and combining everything from experience to everything that I've learned along the way. Just want to make it clear, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a lawyer. However, I do partner with various different lawyers, accountants, and doctors, and other people in the real estate field because of what I do for a living. I am a commercial real estate broker of Florida. I am a sales agent in Texas. I am also a business and mental health strategist. So my services are really tailored towards what my client needs. It could be anywhere from a personal coaching session where they need me to come into their business. It could be a phone call. It could be they want me to do a workshop with their team. It could be simply just helping them with different things that they're trying to maneuver. Again, I help entrepreneurs, business owners, companies, leaders, CEOs, wellness businesses. You name it, hospitality, retail. Anybody who is wanting my help for something according to what I do for a living, which is business and mental health strategist, coaching, and commercial real estate, from helping them find a property for their business, help them sell a property, lease it, etc., etc. So what I'm here to do today, the topic that I'm going to talk about is mental health while you're building a business. I say a lot, but oh well, that's me. This is a topic that's not talked, or it is, but it's not talked about very much. And I feel that in the world of entrepreneurism, leadership, business, retail, entertainment, you name it, all the industries across the board, usually it's either an employee or a business owner again, a CEO, et cetera, a lot of times they don't know when they're going to lead or supervise or what have you. There's things that they go through in life, and every business owner, depending on when they start their business or they're leading a company, for example, somebody could be starting something similar to me down the road from me, for example, right? But they're younger than me, okay? So, and I'm almost 50, so not that I want to give that away, but I am, and I'm proud of it. I've lived half my life still learning. You should always be a student, for sure. So everybody goes into business at different stages for different reasons in their life. Again, it's various ages. Sometimes I go into a little bit of brain fog because I have so much information to share. So one of the biggest things here is that I'm going to start you off with 3 words that is very important. Hopefully we get to all of them throughout the live 1-hour talk. I mentioned that this was going to be an experience because I do everything in the raw. I'm very transparent, honest. The only way that leaders, supervisor, business owners can really move forward. Mental health is not a bad thing. And I see that regardless of where you fall, it's not a bad thing at all. Oh, sorry, my connection got a little bit poor for a second. I think that depending on the phase when you start your business, it depends on where you are in your life personally and career-wise. I feel that anybody in this world, it doesn't matter who you are, you can bring something to the table, regardless of your experience. Little, middle, high, whatever you want to call it. Just, I want to make this clear. I am here. I'm not to judge you. Never. I'm never to tell you how to run your business or to tell you the way how you see fit. I'm never here to do that. I'm here simply to give you help, the tools what you need. If you need my services, great. You can go on my website, read all about me. I encourage you to do that. Or you can go on LinkedIn. It gives you a little bit of a bio about me as well, for those of you who are just joining in and you missed the beginning. So the 3 words that I'm going to leave you with, and hopefully we get to all of them. One of them is stagnation. Okay. Stagnation is the emotional, mental, or professional standstill that occurs when growth halts, but life keeps moving. Okay. That's one of the words. The next word is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is the internal voice that whispers, you're not good enough, even when your success says otherwise, right? I think that all business owners, these words that I'm mentioning, I don't even care who you are, y'all go through it. Wherever you are on the totem pole, if you're a new owner, an owner that's been 10 years, you own a company, you're a CEO of a company, it doesn't matter. Y'all go through it. So if you're going to tell me that you don't go through any of the things, that's a lie. Because we all go through it. I went through it in my own time years ago. So we all go through it. Kids go through this too. And this is where kids in sports, these words that I'm mentioning to you, they all go through this. And then they life and they have mistakes and they learn. Well, what about adults? Adults make mistakes all the time, right? But they have to go back and reflect on it. The difference from a child to an adult is that the child has people around them to hopefully alert them or help them, let them know, hey, this was a mistake and blah, 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 and how we can get through it. Well, a lot of adults don't have that because they don't know, or they may have a good partner or whatever phase that they are, how older they are, whatever experience they are, they may only be comfortable with certain things that they're willing to show and express, okay, what they're comfortable with. So regardless of what stage that you are, I don't care what stage you are, you're not a bad person. You may make mistakes and it's okay. What I find in the world is that we're so not letting people know, hey, I made a mistake, to my employees or to the people that I work with or to the people that I'm leading or to my clients. We're so afraid to be accountable, right? We're afraid to say, you know what, I screwed up, I'm sorry. Just the simple fact of just saying that, even without giving an explanation until you're ready, can help. People respect you for that, and it's okay. You're not, the other thing is you're not a failure. You're not, right? There's a difference. When you get to a point and you feel that you are failing in life, you're not failing. You just have all these challenges that you're trying to get through. You could be a little bit overwhelmed. You could not. It depends on where you are in your life, right? So, like I said, somebody could be opening the same business as me down the road, okay? But they may be a different age than me, right? Their clientele may be a little bit different than mine. Their experience is going to be different from me, okay? The other word is, I said stagnation. I talked a little about imposter syndrome, and the other one is discernment. Discernment is, I don't know, my notes is, discernment is the mental and spiritual clarity to know what's for you and what's just noise, okay? So as we go through, I'm going to try to get as much as I can. And if we don't make it, I will host a part 2. Okay. So one of the biggest things that I put out a slide a while ago, a week or two ago on my Instagram about the silent side of success in terms of mental health. Okay. So I'm just gonna a little bit about the slide, okay, that I had put up here. Okay, so basically, while you're building a business, right, you have all these things that take place, okay? You have the first phase of opening it. Business owners tend to be really excited, really elated, right, regardless of their experience. I'm gonna go on my own. Some may say, I'm going to make a ton of money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I do have to share a little bit of wisdom to you so you understand. Someone gave me this advice when I was 19 years old, okay, when I had full of things that I wanted to do, and it was a doctor that I was babysitting for. When I was 20, I used to babysit for doctors and anyone in the healthcare world, whoever needed me. So they had that chance. A lot of them own their businesses, or they were in the mental health profession, and, you know, date nights with their partners and what have you. It's a very challenging, rewarding profession, as any profession is. So the slide that I did put out there, this professional had told me back then, in my 20s, they said, make sure whatever you go into, you're passionate about it, you love it, and what's your purpose for doing it? What's your purpose of career-wise, whether you go into your own business or you're a leader of a company or a supervisor or whatever it is that you do? What is your reasoning for doing it? If you're going into it for the money, then you're in the wrong field. Because money will follow once you figure out what you're passionate about. A lot of business owners, CEOs, and I can go down the line, they want overnight success, and if you get that, it's great. But majority of the time, you're going to put in the work. You're going to put in the hours. You're going to put in the sleepless nights. A lot of us have families or children that when we're opening a business or launching a business, or we've already done it for the first 3 years or 5 years, it's a challenge. There's also a lot of divorces, unfortunately, because it doesn't matter if you're in real estate, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, whatever you're in retail, you're in clothing, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're a teacher, whatever it is, okay, the higher you go, the more successful that you are, whatever that means for you, is going to tap into the mental health wellness world. And I don't want to say unfortunately, because we need to change that norm. It's not death that the higher you go, you're tapping into the mental health, because when you're a business owner and you're a leader, whatever you are, company, not your company, right? You're going to go through the motions. You're going to go through those phases. Okay? If you're single and you don't have a family, right? You're going to work, right? Until sometimes burnout settles in. Okay? Or if you have a family. Okay? So let me tell you a little bit about the slide. It's so easy, okay, to get caught up in the wins we post online, right? You see everybody's successes. But what people don't see is the nights you cry in your car, you cry before you go to a meeting, your daily challenges that you go through. You wake up in the morning, right? I can tell you, for me, I'm going through premenopause right now, and I'm okay to share that. And hopefully by me sharing that, more business owners will understand transparency and uniqueness is a key thing for you, because that is what's going to make you unique from everybody else. You don't have to be anyone else. You don't have to be like anyone else. You just have to have people on your radar that inspire you. Even if you pull one thing, like today, you may pull one thing out of this talk, and that one thing may motivate you. If you're a mom, if you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're thinking about launching your business. If you're a stay-at-home dad, maybe your partner works. Maybe there's athletes on this call that I haven't seen who else has joined in, who are looking to really make success, whatever that means for you. I don't know what that means for you, because everybody has a different definition of success, okay? So you're going to have these daily challenges, right? The brain is so powerful. Your mind is so powerful. The mindset is everything in daily life. I can tell you that. I've lived it. I've had a fruitful career, multi-career in industry, from real estate to mental health to counseling to teaching to business to you name it. I've done it all. And every time, and I've learned so much just by working with people and helping people. And my goal at the end of the day is to inspire you, whatever that means for you. Maybe today you weren't feeling it today, and you just, I don't know, you weren't motivated today. And maybe by something I said helped you get to the next level. Whatever that means for you in your business, personally. If you're struggling with mental health right now, it could be severe anxiety or severe depression. I hear you. I do. And it's tough. It really is. I hear you. So I want to continue while you think about that, what all that means for you. I'm going to continue with the slide so I can give you a minute to hear, to understand what I just said about anxiety, depression, pressure, feeling like you're not good enough. It goes on and on and on. Success looks shiny on the outside when you're looking online and you're seeing your friends, you're seeing your colleagues, right? But what you don't see is the blood, the sweat, the hours that they're putting, the nights that they're staying up. Maybe they had an argument with their partner the day before, the weeks before. Maybe there's something going on with your children. Maybe something happened in the family. Maybe there was a death in the family. Maybe when you opened your business, maybe there was a death prior to that. I don't know what it is for you. Everybody is in this for different reasons, right? So my job, but I don't want to make it sound like a job because it's something I'm very passionate about, like I said in the beginning, is to you leave this live talk feeling inspired, going to the next phase, whatever that means for you in your business. Leave this call inspired to get up, go exercise outside, take a minute for yourself. So people don't see the blood, the sweat, the hours, the tears, what you're putting. It's like an athlete, okay? My older daughter, I will use her as an analogy. She is in dance and she is going that route. She's a professional dancer. She already thinks that she's an artist. She's going through the motions, right? It's like an entrepreneur. She's learning the industry. She should always be a student. She should never stop being a student. Like I'm going to tell any business owner that's on this call, or any athlete that's on this call, any mom that's on this call, you should always be a student. There's nothing wrong with that. The next thing is, some of you lay awake at night wondering, okay, how you're going to do this, how you're going to go from the next day to the next day. You may be wondering, okay, I'm sacrificing all my financials, everything I have for this business, but now I'm dipping into my personal funds of being able to put food on the table, or being able to buy clothes for my kids because I'm giving everything I have to this business. Maybe you went through a divorce, maybe not. Maybe you and your partner don't see eye to eye for certain things. I don't know what it is for you, right? Everybody's situation is different. You can have similar businesses or be in the similar industry, but that doesn't mean you're the same person struggling the same thing. You are struggling mental health, yes, and there's nothing wrong with that because every business owner goes through it. Doesn't matter who you are, okay? Entrepreneurship will test you. The further you go, it's going to test you so hard, so grueling, okay? You're going to have good days, not good days. I don't like to use not good days, so I'm going to use challenging days, okay? You see how I change my mindset, right? And then once you do that, it becomes habitual. That's for another live talk. But it'll stretch you so far, right? Entrepreneurship. And if you're not careful, that's my dog coughing because of her allergies. Sorry about that. If you're not careful, entrepreneurship, it'll break you from the inside out. It'll break your heart. It'll beat you to the ground if you don't find some way. Everything is in the mind, okay? Your mind is so powerful. A lot of times people do the opposite. They work on their body first instead of, no, it's the opposite. You invest in your brain first, okay? When you invest in your brain first, everything follows, right? For example, when you have something in your body, okay, everything else starts to affect your whole body after that. right? Because it started in your brain first. It's the same with your mind. It's so powerful. You'll be amazed at what you can do. Just with confidence. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be, in the real estate world, there's all these top producers, and I'm happy for them. I am. Right? There's great brokers out there. There's great sales agents out there, right? We're all different. In the medical world, there's different doctors, right? Different things that they specialize in. Different things that they want to do, they believe, how they want to help their patients. Whatever it may be. Okay? We're all different. And the more you understand that about yourself and the life experiences is another one. As you're growing and you become successful, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to make a million mistakes. That might be over exaggeration, but you're going to make a lot of them. Small, large, big, whatever. Whatever it is, you're going to make a lot. And the way that you can train your brain and say, okay, you know what? I made a mistake. So what? All right, what can I do now? What can I do to, all right, I'm going to try to understand the mistake. I'm going to listen to podcasts. I'm going to do community things. I'm going to maybe pick up the phone, call somebody. Maybe, I don't know what it is for you to help you. Resources. It doesn't have to be, it could be church. It could be a priest. It could be a friend. It could be your own parents. It could be, it could be going to church every Sunday for you to try to figure it out. It could be the Bible. It could be resources. It could be maybe just going out there. Sometimes when I'm having a challenging morning or a challenging day and it's been a week, I will get my dog. I will drop everything that I'm doing. Yes, I do, because my mind is powerful. Get up, walk out of the office, and go for a walk. Sometimes I flip it into an exercise, and I will do that. And if I need an hour, I need an hour. So what? And you need to do the same, because you need to find what works for you. If you love to read, and the book is something you pick up because it calms your mind, it gets you to think and say, okay, you need to put yourself in a place where you can reboot yourself, whatever that is. Mine is going out there, nature, the world, hiking, whatever it is, right? All those things are going to help you. You got to figure out what's going to help you. You got to revert your day if you're having a challenging day. I don't know what it is for you. Sometimes when I go for a walk, I don't turn on music because that's where I'm not forcing you. Don't force yourself to think. It shouldn't be forceful. Okay? Try to, whatever it is, get in the habit. It'll start to become naturally habitual for you, whatever it is that's going to help you. Okay? As you're climbing and going through success, there's going to be people that clap for you, and there's going to be people that not. And unfortunately, I'm going to say fortunately, you're going to have to get used to it, whether you like it or not. And that comes from confidence. Being confident with yourself and your circle. You don't compare yourself to other people. Just don't do it. You're you. You're you for who you are. You're beautiful for who you are. I don't care your age, what you do I don't care. I'm here to help you, to guide you, to give you the tools. Whatever that means for you. Just because, let's say I'm having a challenging week or whatever that case may be, and I go and walk and get fresh air with my dog because that's what I love to do, that's what works for me, right? A person who you should go look up, who's very inspirational in business, is Sarah Blakely, the owner and founder of Spanx, right? She often, once in a while, she'll talk about how back in the day, how she still does it, right? Where all her ideas and all her mental focus and everything that comes to her, she gets in her car and she goes and just drives around. Because that's what gives her clarity. If you're a mom and you have kids and you need your moment, you go, you tell your husband or whoever, your partner, you know what? I need a moment. And if you need to walk out of that meeting or get into the car, you do it. Who cares what anyone thinks? Because why? It's because your sanity is more important. That's mental health. That is taking care of yourself without hurting yourself, without hurting the people around you. You're thinking about your mental health. And if somebody makes you feel ashamed for that, your partner, the people you work with, friends, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life and your partner or the people you work with or whatever, but that means that you need a new environment around you if people are not willing to understand you. Your mental health is so important, and you have to understand that. So the next thing that I'm going to keep going with on my slide, because we have 20 more minutes, and I think I'm going to have to do a part 2 because I don't think I'm going to be able to get through everything, which is great. There's this unspoken rule in the business world, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, if you're an owner of a company, if you're leading, whatever position you are, they're not supposed to see you sweat. And I have to solely disagree with that. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, and that's okay. People have to know if you're hurting, if you're struggling, it's okay. Take a minute, think about it. Say, you know what? I need a minute. I need a few hours. And if you have a boss or you're working for a company and you have a title where you're high up or whatever it is that you're doing, and just be honest. That doesn't mean that you're a failure, that you can't do it. Just be honest. Say, look, this is what's happening. I'm really struggling. Okay? Be honest with yourself. Think about it. Like I'm telling you to this, it's okay. You're sweating, you're sweating. We all do it. Before a meeting, you struggle. People don't know this, but I have stage fright. I do. I may not look like it right now because I'm on a live, but I was really nervous because usually I'm doing these things not live on Instagram when I'm talking to you. I'm usually doing it through a video, or I'm talking with my clients, or I'm helping them, or I'm going into a business or company. And this is my first live. I was nervous. I wasn't lying awake at night though, worrying about it. Why? Because my mind is so powerful. And I said, you know what? I make a mistake. I stumble on my words. All right, fine. Let it go. Okay? Sometimes people think if they see me sweating, I'm drowning so much. You could be going through a divorce. You could be having trouble. You could be trying to make ends meet financially. Whatever's happening at home in your environment is affecting you personally, and it will come out into your business eventually. Whatever you do, whether you are a business owner of a salon, you're a hairstylist, you're in real estate, you own a brokerage, you're a sales agent, you're an owner of a restaurant, it's going to eventually come out. It's going to show, because it's your energy level. Your energy is a big thing for people, and without you realizing it, sometimes people don't jive with your energy, and it could be many reasons, and you have to be okay with that. If you're in this for being a leader, or you're an owner, what have you, of a business, you have to be okay with people as you grow are just gonna drop off like leaves, and you can't compare yourself. If you screw up, you fail at something, it's fine. When it's not fine is when you don't hold yourself accountable and people around you know that you screwed up, and you're like, well, how am I going to do this? Or how am I going to fix this? Just be accountable. Find it somewhere, courage. I don't know, go for a walk. Talk to somebody. Maybe it's church is what's for you. Maybe, like I said, you need to read a Bible. I don't talk on politics with my clients. I don't with any of you. That's not what I'm doing. I don't talk about religion. I don't do any of that, because we all have different beliefs in what we believe. But I will tell you this, and you're going to either like this or not. What makes you a good person is here. It's not about what you do career-wise. It's not about if you go to church every Sunday, because some of that is routine for people. They grew up with that, right? But for other people, they like to go because it's what fills them. That's their therapy. If that's your therapy to help you succeed in your business, then that's your therapy. It might not be mine or somebody else's, but that doesn't make you a bad person. All these things that you do for a career as a business owner, and you're going to have challenges, not failures. It's not changing. Oh, there we go. Sorry. It disconnected for a second. Change that word. It's not failure. It's challenges. When you start changing the word failure and you change it to challenges, you're going to see things start happening for you, because that's how I look at every day. I used to be a bad test taker. Didn't I tell you this live talk was going to be raw? I used to. I grew up struggling in elementary school, comparing myself. I was bullied. I mean, you name it. And it affected me getting older into, I would have to say my middle school years were my best years. And then I got into high school, and somehow different things started happening, changing. People start changing. And I really started going through things and having, not so good experiences or having good experiences. And I look at it now and saying, if I didn't go through all of that, someday I'll put it in a book for you. But if I didn't go through all of the experiences that I went through, I wouldn't be sitting right here now, live, even all the negative stuff that has happened to me. I wouldn't be sitting here being able to talk to you live, sharing about myself and trying to help you, something that I'm very passionate about, okay? I wouldn't be. It's just, I'm not afraid to do that, right? You got to figure out what makes you unique as a business owner, as a person. And it starts from your personal being, your heart, right? Whatever you believe in, that's what you believe in. And who is anyone to tell you otherwise, right? You have to stop comparing and just let people be. Be yourself. Yourself is the most authentic person you will ever be, regardless of where you are and what you're doing. You screw up or not, whatever it is, hold yourself accountable according to the situation, what it is. You always, and say, you know what, I screwed up. I think the biggest thing is some people, I think sometimes it's easier when you're working in a company or business. All right, I made a mistake. I think where it hurts people is that when they're at home with their partner, sometimes it's hard to be like, yeah, you know, I made the mistake. And then sometimes it trickles, whatever's going on with you personally, it trickles over into your work. It always does. And even though you don't say anything and you smile every day and you walk in and trying, it's there. There's nothing you can do to hide it. It shows in your energy. You don't have to say anything. The first thing that you walk in the room, people think they have to open their mouth to establish their uniqueness and their brand. No, it's you. When you walk into that room, that is your brand. That's you. That's your brand. When you walk into the room and you don't have to say anything, that's you right there, is your brand. Your energy level, where it is. That takes experience, life experience. And what gets you through life experiences is you absorb your challenges. All right, I screwed up. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to move on. How can I get better? And I'm going to say this again. I'm not on here to tell you that you're a failure, that your business sucks, or I'm trying to tell you how to run your... I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm here to help you, to give you the tools. Whatever. If you're crying on this call right now or you're upset, I hear you. Felt I had my own school. And that was a learning experience for me. I learned a lot from that experience, right? And I never thought I would go into business again. That wasn't even on my mind when I decided to part ways from it and close it for different reasons. And I'm not afraid to tell you that. Do you know how many successful people have, the ones that have had several businesses and they decided to part ways, close it, sell it off, whatever? It's okay. Because it's their journey. It's not your journey. It's theirs. Just their journey doesn't have to fit with your journey. But that doesn't make them wrong. That's their journey. Let it be. It's okay. That doesn't make me, you, or them a better or worse person. It doesn't do that. We all come from up there, whatever that means for you. What makes you a good person is in here. It's in here. And whatever therapy you need, if you need to see a psychologist, a mental health coach or mentor that I am to several of my clients, past, current, future, or for real estate purposes or consulting, I will never tell you that your business sucks. I will never tell you that you're a bad person. I may see all the things that you're doing, but I will never come to you and say, you're dumb, you're stupid, I don't like you. I will never do that because that's not me. I have my own peace, my own sanity. I'm unique. I'm Chrisie, and there's only one of me. And this is what I tell my children. My husband, there's one of him. There's plenty of Daniels in the world, but there's just one of him. There's nobody else like him. He carries his name very well. I carry my name well for me. Yeah, there's other Chrissies, but we're all different. right? We all come from different environments. So you have to understand that unless you can accept the challenges when you go on to business, when you start owning your own business, you have to accept the challenges that come with it. And a lot of times you're so excited, you want to do all these great things, and if you're in it for the money, then it's not for you. It's just not. Maybe that it won't be for you in the future. It can, but you have to understand, if you're going into business, it's because what you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're doing, why you're going, what's your reason for going in it, what's your impact, right? Your purpose for going into it, what's your reason? What's your impact? What are you trying to do, right? And I'm going to go back to Sarah Blakely again. I have 10 more minutes, and so I just want to finish up. I will have to make a part 2 because I wasn't able to get through, but that's what makes it exciting, okay? She generated the undergarments for women, Spanx, so they could feel good, right? Things that hadn't been done before, right? Where they wear them, when they put them on, how it makes them feel. I encourage you to go look up the brand Spanx, read all about Sarah Blakely, and there's even a masterclass. You do have to subscribe to that masterclass online and listen to her as an entrepreneur and things that she had to go through. Another line that she launched was Sneeze. Her heels that haven't been done before, they fit like a tennis shoe. They're so comfortable, right? So her impact is to make women feel good in what they put on of hers. I can't speak for her, but this is just how she presents her brand and what she wants to do for women and making them feel good. Success, okay, is what we've been talking all this time in mental health. Success at the cost of your peace isn't success. It just isn't. You have to find what makes peace in here. You have to find what's going to work for you. Okay? Challenges. Don't say failure. Say challenges. You'll see how much your mind will change. After you get in the mind of that, all right, I screwed up. Challenges, learning experiences, what's going to make you more wiser, more knowledgeable, all those people that you hear about, super successful. The most successful people in the world didn't do well in school growing up. When you Google, and you can Google that topic, and some of those people will come up. As a kid, they didn't do very well. Some of them did, but the majority did not. And the amount of mistakes and challenges that they made, they had to learn from them so they could move on. In order for them to move on is accepting. I call it grievance, and I don't mean if it's death for you, then that's what it's death. I call it grieving, sinking in the moment, being present in the present moment. A good book for that I read when I was 25 years old was by Eckhart Tolle, A Here on New Earth. That book changed my life. I learned how to live in the present. I really did. And on, I walked for 2 days to San Juan Miguel for a church in Mexico. Those experiences changed my life. And from then on, I was working on myself. I learned to be present. You have to be present. That's the biggest thing. Absorb it. Good, bad, whatever it is for you. Just be present, whatever that means for you. I can't tell you. Once you figure all that out, with time, don't rush it. You will know who you are as a business owner, as a person. You won't compare yourself. You'll be confident. Confidence is everything. Confidence rules over. You can be the suckiest at other things. You cannot do well at certain things, right? That's why you have a team, okay? You have a team, not that you're horrible, but that is not your strength, and you've tried, but then you hire somebody to do it better than you. Rely on your team if you have one. That's what athletes do. They have a team. They learn. They partner with their team if they're the captain or the leader of that team. That's the best analogy. Rely on them. Delegate. Hey, okay, this person is... Use your team for what you hired them for, what they're known for, if you have one. If you don't, then the resources you have, if you're a business owner, you have things that you want to do in the community that make you feel good and confident. Okay? Or you read or you listen to podcasts or things that are really going to fulfill you. And if you're not having a good day, it's okay. Whether you have trouble with anxiety, trouble with depression, I don't know what that means for you. If it's getting up at 4 every day because that's what helps you, then that's what helps you. Who is that person to judge you? Who cares what they think? I don't care what people think. I don't. That takes a long time, just going through everything, being confident, learning from people. I learn. You can learn from everybody. If you can't tell me that you can't learn, you can learn. And then you have to decide mentally, okay, is that person a good fit for me or not? And that comes with life experience. Start by being present, whatever that means for you. The book that I mentioned, Eckhart Tolle, Here on New Earth, is about teaching you life, being present. Right? I call it grievance. When something happens to you, and I'm not necessarily always talking about death, be in that moment. Okay, I made the mistake, fine. Absorb it, hear it, think about it, figure out how you're going to learn from it and get better. Each time you make a mistake, each time you have a challenge, you learn. You become wiser. You become more knowledgeable from your mistakes. If the world was perfect, how are you going to learn? There's no such thing as perfectionism. I don't believe in that. There's not. Because in order for you to be good at what you do, you have to fail, you have to make mistakes, you have to have challenges. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you. Who cares what anyone else thinks? You're unique for you, and that's it. You're unique for your business. You don't have to necessarily be the loud person in the room. Just by walking in is your presence, right? That's your brand. That's you. Unique. You have to figure out what's for you. What makes you tick? And I don't mean tick is get mad. What makes you tick? What are the things that's resources, whatever. If you have to see a therapist, see a therapist. If you have to go to church every week because that's what fills your bucket for the new week, do that. If it's going for a walk and hiking, do that. Whatever it means for you, it's okay. So it's 1:00 and I would love to share and talk more. I'm going to have to make a part 2. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, I will keep it open for 5 or 10 minutes. I would really, really love your feedback if you were here the whole time or even 30 minutes. In my email, it's at hello, like the word hello, at ChrissieSanchez.com. anything that you felt was inspiring, that I uplifted you, that helped you. Again, this topic is so large. So many things, so many stories that I could share with you about, that to really cover it, we'll have another session for it. If you have a question that you want to ask me live, that's okay. If not, just send me an email. Does anybody have questions or anything? I'll leave it open for 5 or 10 minutes that they want to ask, or they can send me an email as well, or they can call me. I encourage you to check out my website. It's www.mynamechrissiesanchez.com. Read all about it. If you're inquiring about my services, please submit through there. You can send me a text. I always point everybody to my website, so we can, make a time and appointment and what have you. I am a mom. I, like some of you on this call, are moms as well. So I never like to rush anybody off my appointments or my phone. I like to give everybody ample time to discuss with me whatever it is they need. If it's in terms of real estate for their business, they need coaching workshop, they need me to come and speak at an event or a conference, and they want me to focus on a specific topic, I like to give everybody ample time to be able to express themselves, whatever it needs, so we can plan accordingly and come up with a plan together, whatever they're needing me for. So basically, that's how I do things. I tailor it to my clients. Is there any more questions? Anything anyone has? While everyone still trying to see if they have a question, or send me an email. Again, as I said in the beginning, I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm not here to tell you that it sucks. I'm not here to judge you, your person, how you do things, your life. I'm not, because we all have a different journey, a different path. We're all unique. I'm here to help you, give you the tools. I'm very passionate about helping business owners fulfill whatever there is. When I hear that sky's the limit, there's no such thing. You can go as far as you want to go in your success, whatever that means for you, because you have the confidence. Confidence will carry you so far. Even if you don't know how to do something, because you have that confidence, it will take you places that you never thought you could go, because of that confidence. Whether it's your first time or 10th time, you're just going to get better anytime. All right. So I will, since there's no questions coming up, please send me an email. What you loved about the live, how it helped you. It goes through an automated system when you send me an email. So it's all private, it's all security protected, nothing gets out. Think of me like a lawyer. I'm not a licensed lawyer, I'm not a doctor, but everything stays private. What you loved, what helped you, what inspired you. And then next time I will host a part 2, hopefully within the next few weeks. I'm going for surgery next week, so I'll be doing that the next few weeks, and then I will host another part 2 Instagram live soon, and I will let you know. You'll see a post, and I hope that this was a great experience. Hopefully you came out with one thing out of the Instagram live that was able to help you, whatever that means. Do not shun mental health as a business owner. Be accountable. If you're not a business owner and you're leading a company, it's okay. Make mistakes. You become stronger. It's okay. Okay? Learn from your experiences. That's how you're strong and you become more confident. That's how you build resilience. That's the same with kids. The more mistakes, the more confident they become as they're being guided. As adults, we need to gather resources so we can become confident in what we're doing, so we can go beyond the potential that we ever thought we could go. Just believe in yourself. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Thanks so much. It was so nice to talk with everybody. I'll talk to you soon, and have an awesome day and go be strong. Bye, guys.